Hello everybody. Please find a comfortable seat. You don't have to be cross-legged if it doesn't suit you, as long as you've got a lovely straight spine. That's it, settle comfortably. The object of yoga is to still the minds. It's not an exercise, it's more of a moving meditation. Our mind is responsible for many of our problems, many of our obstacles are caused by our own minds. The mind can be quite restless, lots of different thoughts, telling you lots of stories that may not be quite true, dramas, worries, a lot going on up there. When we're practicing yoga, Hatha Yoga Flow for example, that's like a moving meditation to quieten the minds, to strengthen the physical body, calm the emotional body, and to also ease any tension or stiffness. It's practice to remove obstacles of the body and minds. We'll be learning a little today about Ganesha. Let's have a job pronouncing it. Ganesha. The Hindu god with the elephant's heads. He's called the remover of obstacles, the god of moving on, new beginnings, good luck, good fortune. And people invoke him before embarking on a project or a journey. He's often celebrated at the beginning of festivals. So he's the remover of obstacles, and so is yoga. Yoga's all about unification between mind, body and spirit. I'll talk a little bit more about Ganesha later on. Check you're sitting comfortably and breathing in, draw the energy up. Exhale, let it wash all the way through you. And again. A nice long, slow, complete out breath. Let it go. And one more. And this time, when your hands come to your heart, take your hands in a prayer. I'm going to do Ganesha's mudra now, and I'm not going to mirror you because I get a little bit confused when I mirror with this mudra. Your hands are in a prayer, and your left palm is towards you, and fingers clasped, the right palm away. Let me show you again. Hands are in a prayer, left palm towards your chest, right palm away, fingers clasped, and the thumbs are free. That's Ganesha mudra. Let's sit with that. And as you can see, you can feel rather, it's a strong mudra, isn't it? It gives you a sense of strength and determination. Be still for a moment, close your eyes if it's all right for you, or just look downwards. And set your intention for the week ahead. What do you need for you? Maybe it's something you're creating, or something you need to let go of. What do you need to welcome into your life or release? And then release your arms. Your shoulders a little roll. one way and the other way. I'm going to start with moving. I'm just going to take my jumper off first because it will get warmer. Slide off any support that my bottom's sitting on and come to cross legs. Roll over onto my knees, and I always think it's good to have a good stretch out in down dog after sitting cross-legged. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees, draw your ribs towards your thighs, lengthen your neck, and maybe you want to walk your dog. Maybe you want to stay there. Neck long, eyes relaxed. As you press down with your hands, your tailbone lifts, your spine lengthens. And a couple more breaths. Come down onto your hands and knees. Well done. Move anything away behind me. Check you've got padding for your knees if you need it now, or an extra mat, or you might need a brick beside you, or any support. Hands and knees. Knees a little bit apart. Lifting up your right leg. Looking up. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to knee and squeeze. And two more of these. You can straighten the leg if it feels better for the low back. And round. And one more. Draw the knee forward and help it through into your lunge. Tuck your back toes under and sink down a little bit here. Stack your spine on top of your pelvis. Take your hands to your heart and take your Ganesha Mudra. I'll have to mirror you now, otherwise it'll be confusing. I hope I don't get muddled up. So it's your left hand towards you, your right palm away. That's it. Sit tall. I have to practice this mudra, mirroring my strong attitude here. I'm going to reach up still with a mudra. Lift your heart. Take a few breaths there. So this is the elephant's trunk. Your right hand going to slide down your left arm to support your trunk. You might even come back a little bit more. And then come and wave your trunk. Big stretch up, 3 more breaths. Make that lovely curve through your spine, that lovely curve of the spine behind the heart. And reach forward. So take your hand to the floor, or you might need a brick, take it down, tuck the back toes under, sink back a bit more, maybe walk the right foot out, right hand to the hip, and open up into your twisty back bend here. And turn the pinky finger towards the back of the head, if that's better. That slides the shoulders down the back. You might open up even more. Two more breaths. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in soft and deep. Breathing out softly. Come all the way down. So I'm going to come into a twist now. I'm going to take your left knee towards the centre. Sit back and the right foot comes over the left thigh. So you're in a twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana twist, half Lord of the Fishes. Sit nice and tall. Give yourself a little hug there. Give yourself a little hug. That's it. So I'm going to turn around so I can see the camera a bit better. A little bit more about Ganesha. Ganesha is said to ride upon a mouse. I think his carriage is drawn by a mouse. And there's lots and lots of stories about this and reasons why, but the one I like best is the mouse could represent our own ego, our own minds. You think about a little mouse, always scampering off everywhere, all over the place, like your mind sometimes, telling you stories, not always true, worries, great dramas, placing obstacles before you. So Ganesha harnessed the mouse to his chariot, and then he was in control of the mouse. He controlled the mouse, he controlled the ego, he controlled the mind. So that's what it's all about. Sometimes, we can't control what's happening to us around us or on the outside, but we can control the way we react to things. That's all we can do, isn't it? Let's come into our twist. You can hold the opposite elbows and ease yourself round for a few breaths. Think about your tummy, your ribs, your chest, all coming round to your right. You could stay there, or you could just give yourself a hug, take the fingertips behind you, sit beautifully tall, take 5 breaths. Use the breath. Sit tall, and as you breathe out, give your tummy an extra squeeze. See if you can feel your left ribs against your right inner thigh. And a wee bit more. So good for our mobility and the flexibility of your spine. Good. One more. And start to slowly turn around to see what's happening to you over the left shoulder. Tuck the chin in. Let your upper body follow. A little bit more twist to your left, so de-rotate. Your right fingers hook your left big toe and stretch up. And coming into Janushanasana legs. So if you want to place something under your thigh, a little bit of support, that's fine, you don't have to. Let's come into a side bend and open up the side of the body. I haven't done this one for a while. Put your right hand on your right shin and open up. I'll give you stages. Stage 1. Quite like to have the palm up, it makes more space, you can look up or not. Some of you, by the way, if the shoulder's tight, this is quite a nice one to do. You might even want to rest your head in your hand if you're tired. So most people will probably do that one. If you've got a stronger practice, just bend your elbow and push it against your inner leg. That helps you to sort of get a little bit more rotation. Opening up the heart, feeling more stretch. And some might even be able to hook the toes. But I really want you to keep this a lateral stretch. Not like that. You've still got to keep lifting the ribs, lifting the chest, looking up. It's a full posture. So that might be for you, but I think most will be here. Take 5 breaths. 1, 2. So we're creating space to help us to breathe more easily, both physically and emotionally. And 1 more breath. Let's move in this. I'd like to get a little bit of a flow. You're going to breathe in, reach back with the left hand and open up to Wild Thing. Inhale. As I exhale, I take the right hand to the left knee this time and sweep across. This is the out breath. Let's do 4 more. Inhaling. Focus on your breath. That helps to keep the mind still. Exhaling. And again. Beautiful. Lovely and graceful. Making space in the heart, space in the sides of the body. Hello, little dog. Hello. And this time I'm going to stay there 5 breaths. 1, 2, lengthen your lumbar. Make sure you've got plenty of space in your lower back. 3, 4, and 1 more. Breathing in and out. Well done. I'm going to come back and stretch it out in down dog. I'm just moving round, but you're staying facing the front of your mat. I'm going to cross my ankles, but you don't have to. Come onto your hands and knees, however is right for you. This is your second down dog. Let's do some rises with the breath maybe. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, ease them towards the back wall, then down. Push down with the balls of the feet. And lift. And lower, stretch out the calves. And again, right onto your high heels. Think about pushing your heels towards the wall and then down. 2 more. Keep the knees soft. Neck long, come down. And 1 more. And as you push your hands down, see if you can make even more space through your spine. Come onto your hands and knees. Maybe give your hand a little shake. You know, we can get quite, the wrists can get quite tired. So really make sure that when you're in down dog that your base of your thumb and index finger are really pressing down into the mat, so you're not rolling on the edges of your hands, and there's hardly any crease in your wrists. Great. Other side. Left knee lifts, inhale. Forehead to knee and squeeze. And again, keep the hips squared off. Keep the tummy nice and firm. 2. And 1 more. Well done. Take the foot through, tuck the toes under and settle. Make sure you've got padding for your knee if you need it. And we'll reach up and come all the way down to a prayer. So Ganesha Mudra. Left hand towards you, right hand away. Sit nice and tall. Breathe well. I'm going to reach up. A few breaths here. See if you can distribute your back bend even more here. Firm up your tummy. Draw the shoulders down the back. Well done. Let's make our elephant's trunk. Come back a bit more and then you can wave your trunk. Make a big stretch all the way through the right side of your body. Open up the shoulders. Reach, hand to the earth. Left hand on the left hip. I'd like to walk the toes up a bit here. Knee over the ankle. And come into your twisty back bend if you like. Or you can keep the hand there if that feels better. It's much heart opening, shoulder opening. This feels right for you. Breathe well. 1, 2. Stay with the breath. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Can you sink a little bit deeper through the hips? Breathing in soft and deep. Breathing out beautifully softly. Well done. Come down. Walk your foot a little bit towards the centre. Slide your right knee behind your left. Ardha Matsyendrasana. And sit nice and tall and give yourself a little hug here. Walk the left foot in a little bit. Nice little bit more stretch through the bum there. Yoga is a very, very old practice. We're not quite sure how old, probably about 3,000 years. It was created, they say, by a sage called Patanjali. It might have been one person, or maybe a group of people, it's rather unclear. But Patanjali is accredited for writing the Yoga Sutras. These are ancient texts, 195 aphorisms on the theory and practice of yoga. When Patanjali created yoga, it was just a meditation. And that proved to be difficult for some people, especially us in the West, because we can't sit still. About the year 1200 AD, the postures started to be created very slowly. There was only about 5 or 6 for years and years and years. And that helped people to focus and make the yoga a moving meditation. And if you think about it now, there's so much variety. All different styles of yoga, dancing yoga, yoga with goats, for God's sake. There's everything, isn't there? And I think in a way, there's a lot of purists around, but I think it's a good thing. If you can get people to participate and enjoy yoga in any form, that's good, isn't it? So Patanjali, going back to the Yoga Sutras, they've been translated by many scholars over the years, many different translations. And a modern one by Alistair Shearer. I'll share that one with you. Just let me find it, I've written it down. This is the Yoga Sutra 1-2, translated by Alistair Shearer. Yoga is the settling of the mind into stillness. Yoga is the settling of the mind into stillness. It's overcoming the obstacles made by our own mind. And the true meaning of yoga is the union of body, mind and spirit. The word yoga means to yoke. To yoke. So take your elbows, ease yourself round into your seated twist. And some of you might want to just place the fingertips behind you, sit really lightly, breathe well. Maybe take a little peek round further if it's right for you. A holistic practice of yoga, doing everything for us. Giving the digestive organs a good squeeze here, toning the liver, giving us energy. Try to think that you've got a strong shell, a strong outer casing, but you've got this softness inwardly. You can let go a little bit further. And you've got a beautiful soft out breath that will guide you too. Take a peek over towards your left. Sorry, your right. Let your body follow you. Well done. And then hook your big toe, your left big toe. Take it out. Make sure you're comfortable. So I often need a little support here because I've got a little bit of a arthritic knee. Take your left hand down and we open up, make a bit of space. So you might want to be like this or this if you want more of a restful posture. Most people, I do like the palm to be up. It makes a bit more space between the shoulder and neck. Or you might even be able to hook the toe or get the elbow to sort of bit of leverage to twist the ribs round, sort of to rotate a bit further round there. And then we can take a bind if you like. 1, breathe well. 2, try to ease down through your right sitting bone. Relax into your hips with the out breath if there's any tension there. And we'll do 2 more breaths. Place your right fingers behind you. So if you're feeling weary, I didn't say this last time, but you can always do don't have to lift your sit bones up. And we'll inhale. And we'll exhale. And again. And over you come. I forgot that bit, didn't I? You know, I knew, I thought that's odd. I knew there was something missing. I've been doing this practice for so many years, and I suddenly got a bit of the old timers. That's it. We'll do 2 more. And this time we could hold for 5. Beautiful. Come down. Opening the shoulders. We hold a lot in our shoulders, don't we? And in our hips. So cross the ankles. Come onto hands and knees. Another lovely big restorative down dog here. And that's not saying you can't walk up and down, you can't have a wiggle. Always adjust to suit yourself. Neck's long, you want to shake or nod your head. Just stay with the breath, let it feed your practice. See if you can soften into that lovely, beautiful pause at the end of the out breath. 3. Well done, that's lovely. Let's take a slow walk towards the front of your mat. And gradually curl up nice and slowly here. So have a drink or anything you need. I'm going to have some water here. Let's think about our shoulders. Think about our shoulders. We hold a lot of obstacles in our shoulders, don't we? Physical obstacles in our shoulders. I've done quite a lot of heart opening postures. Couple more and then we'll move the other way. Reach up. Take your opposite elbows. Stand lovely and tall. Take a little stretch over to the left, to the right, side bending. Next time you're on your right, you stay there. Make a bit of space through the left side of the body. Push down with the left foot. And then see if you can slide your left fingers down between your shoulders. Reach your right arm out. And you don't have to take a bind. You could just hold your t-shirt. If you could do a bind, that's good. But if not, no worries. You might even be like that if that's better. Choose. Breathe well into the space of the heart. Soften the shoulders. Just a little stretch all the way over. Stretch a little bit more through that left side. See if you can make a bit more space there. Push down with the left foot. So don't collapse on the underside of the body. Keep the legs there as well. A few more breaths. Ease out. Great. Release your arms. Reach your arms in front of you. Say right in front of left. Bend the elbows. Find Garuda, the eagle mudra. You can do this. You can do that. Doesn't matter. Let's make a little bit of space in the back body. We've worked so much into our heart and shoulder opening postures. So a figure of 8 or a circle. Any way you want to move, a bit of freestyle here. Into the neck. Such a lot of tension between our shoulders, don't we? Take your elbows one way, maybe look the other. A few more breaths. Lift the elbows higher. Take the forearms away and really feel a yummy good stretch there. So good to make space. Big stretch up, open the wings, take your hands to your heart. We'll do everything on the other side. Reach up, hold the elbows again. Try and do opposite way, but you may not remember and it really doesn't matter. To your right, to your left. Side bending. Push down with the opposite feet. And you stay there for a few breaths. Opening up the right ribs, making space, keeping the shoulders soft, keeping space for the left side of the body. See if you can give the back of the neck a tickle. Slide the hands down between the shoulders. Reach out with your left arm, bend the elbow. This is your cow head arms. Supposed to look like the cow's horns. Gomakasana arms. This is fine. Or if you can't reach, that's fine too. Let's stretch through the right side. This isn't one of my favourite postures, so I think it's important to do the postures that aren't our favourites. Come up. Reach out, left over right. Give yourself a hug. Do that or take the eagle. Breathe well. Feel that space between your shoulders. Breathe into the back of the heart between the shoulders. Make a circle, rock. Whatever you need for you. Figure of eight. It's just nice to play, isn't it? And be a bit creative with our yoga. Take your elbows on, maybe look the other way. And the other way. A little bit of space there. Do a big inhaling up. Take your hands to your heart. Breath of joy. Reverse your palms, interlink your fingers, roll the shoulders back, squeeze that pencil between your shoulder blades, reach the arms up, bend the knees, come into a forward bend, relax there. Arms act as a lever, they come up as you release down. Come and take chair, squeeze knees and thighs together, 5 breaths, everybody loves chair. But think about being strong. Think about that inner strength. Yeah, it's all about inner strength, mentally and physically. Three breaths. And 4. And 5. Whole fold forward. Bend the knees, rest, relax. Have a little wiggle. Let yourself to soften. All the way up, inhaling up, hands to a prayer. Come and stand at the front of your mat. I'm just going to have another drink. Have one if you need one. Yoga flow sequence. Breathing in. Bend the knees, come forward. Fingers by the toes, look up. Step back with your left leg. We're coming into warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Bend the right knee. Take your hands on your hips to square the hips off. So this is like a crescent moon lunge really. Reach up. Slide the shoulders down the back. Keep that length in the lumbar. Don't flay out the ribs. Hands to a prayer. So we're coming again into our mudra. Ganesha mudra. Let's hold that. So while you're holding that mudra, think about being really strong, inwardly and outwardly, building up that inner strength. We know a lot of people with inner strength, and they're usually grounded, calm and unflappable. You know, whatever's happening to you on the outside or around you, you can't do a lot to change that, but you can. You're in control of the way you react to things, aren't you? So that's about what being strong is. Let's reach up. Find the elephant's trunk. Big stretch. And wave your trunk again. So I found I was doing that and my legs started to straighten. Just check that yours doesn't. The knee's still over the ankle. And open up. 3 breaths here. Really strong in that outer back foot. Spread the toes out, don't crunch them up. I'm going to turn here. I'm just going to turn to face the long side of the mat. And maybe I need to walk that left foot back. So I've got Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2 legs. With the elephant's trunk mudra. I'm going to open and spread my arms from the centre. Ease the shoulders out. We've done a lot of work for our shoulders and our arms today. So do rest them if you need to. Palm comes up, reverse the warrior. Well, when you reverse the warrior, just check that you don't straighten that front leg. Check the knee stays over the ankle, tummy firm. Let's move in this. Breathe in, breathe out as you come into side angle. Rest the elbow lightly. Breathing in. And exhale. So when you've got a good, strong foundation, you can flow, you can move and hold. Feel the space you're making through the side of the body, through the left side. And being strong, we might even lift up that elbow. Breathe well. So then you have to engage your tummy muscles, don't you? Maybe drawing up Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. That's it, one more breath. Be strong. Breathing in and out. Circle that top arm. Take a hand each side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, step to a forward bend. Fingers find the toes, look up, look down. The inhale brings us all the way up, hands to the heart. We're going to come to the other side. And again, breathing in. And exhaling down. Right leg goes back. Just check you're not on a tightrope. Maybe walk the left foot out a bit. Hands on the hip as you come up. Square your hips off. And open into your back bend. You can have the prayer hands or no prayer hands. Hands to a prayer here. Making your mudra. Well done. And a big stretch up. Just imagine there's a hand behind your shoulders supporting you. Your tummy's nice and firm to support you. Your knees still over your ankle. Make your elephant's trunk. We wave our trunk. Just remembering, this time last year, I was in Africa watching the elephants, and they were so beautiful when they went to the watering hole in the evening. Big troop of elephants, maybe about 40, all the mummies and little babies holding trunks. It was such a wonderful experience. Come up. I'm going to turn. I've been living on those memories this year. I'm so glad I went. Vera 2, reach your arms out from the centre. Beautifully strong, soften the shoulder, palms up, palms down. Ease it out. Hold it. Left palm up, reverse the warrior. Breathe well. Find the stillness. Stillness of body, stillness of mind, stillness of breath. That's what it's all about. Stillness. Let's move. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay with the breath. Just flowing from that strong foundation that we've made. And we'll hold it. Just you can sink a little bit deeper. Keep that back leg strong. And maybe you're going to lift up your elbows so you're super strong. 1, 2, and breathing in, breathing out, rest the elbow, big circle back, turn the toes to face the front, step in, let's curl up so I can already feel it in my legs, and we've got to do some balancing. We'll really feel it after that. We're going to do the full Ganesha's pose, the dancing Ganesha. We did dancer last week, so it's dancing Ganesha this week. I'm going to start off with tree. So you're still facing that long edge of your mat. And I'm going to just turn here so you can see me. I'm trying to think which foot we need to start with. Yeah, I think we need to root down with the right foot. I hope this works. Have to think about this old left and right. Root down with the right foot. And draw your left knee in. So where's your tree going to come to? Like this, like this, or like that. It might be a wobbly down, that doesn't matter. Let's take your hands to your prayer and settle and centre. Ease that left knee out a little bit. I'm going to soften the right knee. And then I'm coming in to your mudra. Hold that. Be strong. Nice firm tummy. Lengthen your tail. Find that support. And lift up. Couple of breaths there. Nice soft gaze. Find your elephant's trunk. Keep following the breath. Dancing Ganesha. Let's free that right foot. And wave your trunk. Take a dance. Firm up your tummy. Bring your mind still. And you've got a good foundation. Nice firm tummy. Then you're free to move. So carry on with your dancing. I'm just turning round where I should be. Carry on with your dancing. That's it. And then bend that knee. Take it in front of you. Reach forward. And we're going to step back into a lunge. And I did have the wrong leg. I did have the wrong leg. You take the other arm and reach forward. Both hands down. So a high lunge here. Just like you did before, but higher. You can stay lower if you want. Keep turning your ribs, your tummy round. So you might be like that. I'm going to give you variations. Sorry I'm facing away from you. I'll turn around so you can see me. So you might be like this, you might be like that, okay? You might want to turn the right foot out. Come onto the edge of the left foot. So you're in a sort of supported side plank there. And come over like this. Stay like that. Or some of you might come all the way down. Breathe well. Couple more breaths there. Stay there if you're there. Well done. So how do we come out of this? Take your hands down, turn around. Okay, so come into your plank, full plank or baby plank, elbows in, all the way down, well done, to the earth. Take your hands as far in front of you as right for you, or keep the elbows down. 5 dynamic cobras, inhaling and exhaling. And again. So what I'd say is, lead with your nose, lead with your nose. 3, keep your tummy firm. Think of your thighs as a cobra's tail pushing you up. And one more. Well done. Just take a moment to rest and relax here. A moment to rest and relax. Allow yourself to soften. We've been working very hard here. We can say this little mantra together here. My life is a celebration of my achievements. My life is a celebration of my achievements. I am centered. I am peaceful. I am grounded. I am centered. I am peaceful. And I'm grounded. Take your hands under your shoulders. Stretch it back. Have a wiggle. Down dog. So sometimes down dog's very welcome, isn't it? Breathe well. Good old down dog. 2, 3. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in soft and deep. Breathing out softly. Start to take a little walk on the spot here. And take your walk to the front of the mat. And slowly curl up. Just one more side on the legs. One more side on the legs. So, left foot, left toes spread out, turn out. Well done. Take the right foot in for tree, Prakasana tree. Hands to your heart. Oh, wobbly. Just feel you've got strong roots and you're rooting down through that standing leg. Soften the knee. And then your mudra. Take your mudra, nice and strong. Ganesha mudra. Well done. Reach up. Soften your shoulders. Keep your tummy firm to support you. Take your elephant's trunk. Big stretch up. We find our dancing. Ganesha. Oh, don't worry if you're wobbly. Don't worry if you fall. You haven't got far to go. And some days are wobbly, aren't they? Some days aren't. Be strong. That inner strength, that stillness of mind, that determined attitude. Well done. I'm going to hop round here. If I'm going the right way this time. Gonna hop round here, lift the knee up, step all the way back. Take that knee down, reach forward. Take your hand down. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Turn the toes out. Come to a side plank. You might come down. You might be able to come down like that and rest there and stretch it out. Nice stretch through this side, isn't it? Well done. So coming out of this, however you do, find your full plank, or your baby plank, all the way down. Oh, we haven't got to come up again now. Let's find our Sphinx. This is your Sphinx. Your elbows are under your shoulders. Chest draws through towards the fingers. Take a few breaths there, neck's long. So you've still got that lovely curve, that lovely smile between your shoulders. And we're coming into something called hypnotic Sphinx. So have a little look at what I'm doing. You're going to tuck your chin in. And next time you breathe in, take a peek over your right shoulder. Your face, your eyes turn towards the right. You breathe out, you tuck the chin in, you lengthen the neck. And then we take a little peek over towards the left. And just imagine the sand in the centre of your brain pouring into your left ear. And go beautifully slowly, so you can explore. You can explore all those tender spaces in your neck, in your scalp. Go slowly and mindfully. Shut the eyes. And if you don't like doing this, if this isn't right for you, please don't do it. Please just stay and rest. Couple more. Come down and rest. This is called flapping fish. Take your left knee out, rest on your arms and relax. Shut your eyes and allow yourself to soften. I'm going to tell you the story about how Ganesha got his elephant head. And there's various stories about that, various stories. But the one I like best is Ganesha is the son of Lord Shiva and Parvati, the goddess of love. Lord Shiva was always going up to the mountain to meditate. And sometimes he was away for days, sometimes he was away for weeks, and sometimes he was away for years on end. Anyway, after one of these trips up the mountain, he'd been away for years this time, he came down and he was going home, all happy to be home and see his wife. He got to his house and he opened the door, and inside was his beautiful wife, Parvati, but there was a boy in the house. He was furious. "What's that boy doing in the house?" he said. "I don't like him." Well, he was so angry, before he could think, he took out his sword and he chopped the boy's head off. Oh my God, it was awful. Parvati was absolutely devastated. She was in tears. She didn't know what to do. "What have you done?" she said. "What have you done? That's your son." And then she said to him, when you were off up the mountain last time, after you'd gone, I discovered I was pregnant. And we had this son, we had this boy. And you've been away so long, he's quite grown up by now. And you've killed your own son. Well, Shiva was, well, he was horrified. He was so upset. Whatever can I do, he thought, whatever can I do? So he went off into the village and he found an elephant's head. He brought it back and he placed the head on his son, Ganesha. And that's a story about how the boy got the elephant's head. But Ganesha was a lovely boy. He didn't bear any remorse. He wasn't resentful. He accepted it and he still loved his father. And he was a beautiful spirit, a beautiful, lovely boy. But they do say that Lord Shiva was rather jealous of Ganesha because he'd been such a beautiful boy. And that's why he chose an elephant's head, because he didn't want him to outshine him. So Lord Shiva is the creator and the destroyer. Take a few more breaths. And then roll over onto your back, roll over onto your back. And we're going to think about our hips, because they can cause a lot of obstacles as well, can't they? Into your back. I'm going to lay this way because I can see the camera, I can see the screen a bit better, the camera a bit better. Draw your knees in and stretch your legs up and take a little rock here, ease it out. How's your back feeling? I've done a lot of heart opening postures, so I hope it feels all right. Keep the knees soft. Let's take a happy baby. So I'm drawing my knees in towards my armpits, towards the side, towards the floor beside my ribs. Okay, rock, be a lovely happy baby. Ananda Balasana, the bliss pose. Such a lovely posture, isn't it? The lengthening the lower back, opening up the hips. So stay there, or see if you can straighten the legs. Hold the back of the knees or hook the toes. Stretch the legs up. Nice hamstring stretch. So if you need to keep the knees soft or hold the back of the thighs, that's okay if you can't hold the toes. Keep lengthening the lower back. Well done. And then place your left foot on your right thigh. So we figure of 8. Ease that left thigh out. And take your hands in between the legs and stretch out here. Nice stretch of the hamstring, for the low back, for the sciatic nerve. Flex the foot because that's going to protect the knee. For your hips. Breathe well. Some of you might come further up. Some of you might hold the left toe with the right hand, the right toe with the left hand. Let's take a figure of 4. So take the back of the thigh or hold around the shin. We feel this in a slightly different place. I can feel it in the left hip here. Breathe well with that one. Put your foot on the mat. Let's twist here. Take your left knee over to the left, stretching out the psoas, and to the other side. And from side to side. can hold a little psoas stretch here. I've got the left foot on top of the right thigh. If that's not right, just take a normal classical supine twist. If you like to stretch your arms above, you can hold opposite elbows. And I quite like to have a little stretch through this left side here. Well done. Gently ease it out. The windshield wiper from side to side. Let's come again. Draw the knees in. Take a little rock. Back a little massage. Happy baby. And Balasana. Second side. So you can take one knee down, straighten the other leg. Just play with this. You can suck your toes. Can you reach to suck your toes? I love happy baby. Stretch your legs out. Or you can hold the back of the thighs, back of the knees. So you flex the foot, heels up, toes down. Nice stretch through the inner thighs here. Keep the low back long. Stretch your legs up, hamstring stretch. So keep the knees soft. Ease the thighs away from you, shins towards you. Make a bit more space through the back of the legs. You can hook the toes if you like. I didn't say, but you can always have a strap if you like. You know, bring a strap or something with you. It's quite nice to hold the strap. Take a few breaths there. Our legs have worked quite hard today. This is also a nice restful posture when you have been working hard. A nice inversion. Take your right foot, place it on your left thigh. Flex the foot to protect the knee. Ease the knee out, ease the inner thigh out. Just gently ease that out. Hold the back of the thigh. Really lengthening the low back. Sciatic nerve stretch. Such a good stretch this. It's good. It stretches the back of the legs, it stretches out the back, it stretches out the hips. It does so much. If you want to hold wrong foot or take a strap or hold opposite foot with opposite hand, it's quite nice too. There's always different ways that one can play with this. Oh, that's good. I hope you feel a bit more spacious now. Bend the knee, figure of four. So I quite like to hold around the shin and push on my shin a little bit, then I could really feel it through that right hip. But you don't hold it to the side you can't reach, or you could even take a strap, but keep your neck relaxed, keep your shoulders nice and relaxed here. Place your foot down and we'll just gently go one way and the other way and stretch it out. Then we're going to hold to the right foot on left thigh. Really feel that lovely length through that big psoas muscle. You can of course do a more gentle twist, always just to suit you. You might have the arms down by the side, you might look over to the left, you might reach up, big stretch through that left side, or we could hold the elbows and we could come to a little sort of side bend, just like we did when we were standing up. Breathe well. Relax. Oh, let's ease it out. That felt good. And we'll do another twist here. So you might just want to shift your hips over to the right, and you might want to do this little twist. Might be better. I'm going to stretch your leg out. All sorts of things you can do. Or you can take the right knee over the left. Or you could hook if you want. Come into eagle legs. We did eagle arms. Take your eagle twist. So it's quite hard to get the top knee down and the right shoulder, isn't it? Take your hand and help yourself. If the shoulder comes up, it doesn't matter. Making space in your back, lengthening your tail, relaxing with the breath, and that lovely, lovely, yummy pause at the end of the out breath. Oh, how I love these twists. Stay with the breath. Softening in that beautiful space, that beautiful still point at the end of the out breath. When you're following the breath and feeling supported by the earth, you can truly let go. Well done. Oh, that felt good. So let's come out into a little butterfly if you like. Such a Baddha. Have a little rock from side to side. And take time to settle. Sorry, you might have to get up and put something warm on. Or get your props or your pillows or your blankets. Let's make some space. Just for you. Get cosy. So with each out breath, in that lovely pause at the end of the out breath, allow yourself to let go. Feel yourself going in and letting go of any effort in your breath. You want purely natural breath. Can you give up any physical efforts? Your body relaxed. And your bones heavy. Your muscles soft. And see if you can let go into that lovely pause at the end of the out breath. Give yourself the chance to go way inside. To become so quiet and so relaxed that you can access that internal reservoir of peace and ease. Take time to be with this stillness. It's a beautiful, quiet space that's free of conflict, quiet and untroubled. And remember that whatever's happening in the world or around us, or to us on the outside, inside each of us is a sanctuary, a quiet, still place, free from worry or conflict. Through our yoga postures, the breath, deep relaxation, meditation, or just quiet reflection, we can come home and rest in this unchanging place within. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Lezu. Very slowly, as you bring your awareness back, listen for any sounds. Any sounds around you. Anything you can feel. Any taste in your mouth. Anything you can smell. And maybe the colours behind your closed eyes, the shadows. Or what you can see if your eyes are open. Bringing all 5 senses back. Take a few deeper breaths. Nice big stretch or a yawn or a sigh. Might want to do a full body stretch. Or draw your knees into your chest and do some circles to massage your back. And take your time, come and lay on your side. Slowly open your eyes, being aware of the light and shade. Place your hand down to feel the earth and help yourself up to seated. finish the practice together. Breathing in, prana mudra. Gathering your hands all the way to your heart. As you make Ganesha's promise again, remember to yourself your intention for this week. Keep that with you. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please put like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's plenty more videos, longer and shorter practices on www.exeteryoga.org.